Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil. And this video, guys, it is FAQ number 7. We've got a couple topics I do want to cover before we get into the FAQ section, so please bear with me, guys. But first and foremost, we got to pay homage to our king. You guys know the drill. Wampa wants Relic 8, but he needs you to get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. It's super easy. All you need to do, hit that little subscribe button down there right below this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Leave likes and leave comments, guys. I really do appreciate all the love and support this channel gets. So one thing I want to note is just when you are leaving comments, I do apologize I haven't been able to respond to as many. We've been getting a lot of comments, guys, and it's a great problem to have. So if you have legitimate questions about, I see people asking like, oh, can you review a roster or give me advice? I have a Discord server. I will link that in the video description down below. Go ahead, join the Discord. I have a special advice section that I can respond in and some other players can respond in. I try to respond to them as often as I see them. Again, if more people use that, I'm not always going to be able to, be that person responding, but I have a community there who know me, know the advice that I give people, and they're all really smart, and it's been a lot of fun. So make sure you guys go ahead and join that Discord if you have any interest in that. So I do want to talk two things first. Again, I said before the FAQ, guys, I need you to stay focused here, all right? Stay in the video. We need to talk a little bit about some of the things we've seen on the forums here. So hopefully you guys can see this, that there's a rumor of the Fury class interceptor. Again, I'm not sure where this screenshot came from. This is not in the event calendar that I saw. However, they're saying that the Sith Marauder is the pilot of the B-28, which he is, and he's the daily login, and that he synergizes with the new Fury class interceptor. So my gut assumption is that's Malgus's ship. That's kind of what this post seems to imply, right? Darth Malgus's ship. Again, we don't know anything, right? This is all speculation. We can say that the developers have announced the event calendar and that the daily login is Sith Marauder, with the bonus login being Darth Maul and the Scimitar. So something going on there, right? Sith ships there's something coming, guys. So make sure you're staying tuned for that. The other thing I did want to point out, just as a quick update, I'm trying to see when they put it out. It wasn't that one. It's probably up here. The Poggle Omicron is broken. It's exceeding power, and it's also like you're able to use it inside of Conquest right now. So again, another bug surely making its way into our beautiful game here. Again, I just wanted to bring these things up. That way you guys can say that I covered them on this channel. So let's get into our FAQ, because I know that's what you guys are here for. So the first question I saw, seen it. I shouldn't say first question. It's a question I get a lot. It's about mod loadouts and what they do. To explain what mod loadouts are, you need to understand how they're interacting with your current mods. So a mod loadout does not lock these mods on a specific character. I have my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren mod saved, but that's not going to stop me from being able to put this mod on him, right? I can go and put this on him and confirm, and it's not going to stop me. The difference for something like that, right? The difference here is that when I change his mods, I can go and assign the loadout that I built for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in here. So what's really nice with these is this, particularly when you're doing stuff like the Kaidi Mundi mission, you have the Dooku mission for Geonosis TB. I had my light side specials, right, that I built some special sets for different situations. And then I even had like a, miscellaneous tabs, or you guys will see here on this tab, I started building out some random sets. This one's garbage. This is a trash thing. But you guys can see I was building a set for Wampa. So you can create them from a specific character you're on, or you can just go in here and assign random mods to create your own set for whatever character you're thinking, which is exactly what I did with my Jabba the Hutt, Chrysanthemum, Giftguard Lando, and Bush Leia. That I started to create mod sets in preparation for unlocking them. So that's mod loadouts. I think they're really good. It's something that you guys can see on this default set tab that I have almost all my characters that I would potentially move mods off of. I save them because taking 10 minutes of my time going through and saving all of these once a month to me is time well spent, because when I do move things around, I have the place that I can take them back to in a situation that I need to move mods around for. So that's how mod loadouts really help you guys. So the next question I did want to talk a little bit about is the GAC. I call it a GAC pack because they always pop up after GAC rewards here. And it's this Relic upgrade pack. So I saw somebody say this is a terrible pack, and that's not the case. I don't think this is a bad value pack. In fact, in terms of normal packs in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you're at least breaking even. But you have a 50% chance really to break even with 12 Electrum Conductors. Maybe even save yourself a little bit. But the Zimbital cards, the Impulse Detectors, and Era Magnifiers are all decent drops. Only if, I'll say this, the Era Magnifiers are great if your guild can't earn them in Territory Wars and Challenge Pit Raid. If you're somebody like myself, where you're getting these in those areas, this pack, probably not so much. And I think that's why players bash it, is because if you're in my situation, the only two drops that are really helping you are the Zimbital cards and Impulse Detectors. But if you're a newer player, and again, I'm not saying that you want to buy this over your regular energy refreshes, but if for some reason you've got crystals laying around, they're burning a hole, and you want to open up a pack to see what it's like to just feel empty inside, this one's not a terrible pack to buy. I've bought it before. I've gotten Era Magnifiers, I've gotten Impulse Detectors, I've gotten the Zimbital cards, and I've gotten the Electrum Conductors. So I've gone all over the place with that pack. It was just something I wanted to cover. I saw it come up, and I thought I'd get it out there for you guys before it disappears. So again, not a terrible value pack overall. Definitely some of those drops better than others, but again, it's really dependent on where you are in the game. And I think if you're in a guild, if you're lower part of the game, your guild isn't earning those things yet, that's a win-win situation. Either you get Era Magnifiers or Impulse Detectors, which are super difficult to come across, or you get some of those harder to get relic pieces that save some of that Gear 13 gear and get you relics faster. So the last topic I want to cover is Galactic Legends. And I was kind of having a debate with somebody a little bit. I forget who it was and where. But they asked how I felt about Galactic Legends and if I think they actually provide value to the game. So I have a love-hate relationship with Galactic Legends because I think they're great. I think there's a lot of really good things Galactic Legends do. And if I just go into my characters here to show you the journey guide, Galactic Legends are amazing because what they do is they give you an opportunity. Whoops, clicked on Chrysanthemum. They give you an opportunity to really demonstrate which characters you need to be farming, right? They give you a goal to work on. That it tells you exactly what you need to do to unlock Jabba the Hutt. It's really nice. I think it's a clear set goal that you can work towards, and I think for this game, that's one of those things that's important, especially when you compare this to something like the C-3PO event, the Chewbacca event, where you can see somebody do it with lower gear, not realizing they have amazing mods, or someone who does it with super high gear and they have terrible mods or whatever. That by keeping it at these really nice, I don't know if you guys can hear my cat. Get out of there. Thank you. Need some peace when I do these. Come on. I'm trying to pay for your temptation treats. Apologies, guys. But no, I think these Galactic Legends, the requirements are good because it just says you get them to Relic 5. You don't even need to mod these characters in some cases, but it's just get them to these Relic levels compared to some of those other events where you needed to build the characters, get the RNG. Like it does give you something to work for. My issue with Galactic Legends comes into play that, number one, I know the whole Reva thing, we're not going to cover that. I have a whole rant video about that. My big issue with Galactic Legends is that they're meant to be the pinnacle of the game, right? They're meant to be the greatest things in this game. And if you want this game to continue to succeed, if you want this game to continue to grow, either these characters need to get dedicated characters like Ben Solo, like Maul, Commander Tano, all of those things. They need to get those lifter units and get more and more of them to ensure that they stay ahead of the power creep. Because you think about somebody like Starkiller who's come into the game, who's able to disrupt a couple of these Galactic Legends. You look at Wampa can solo a Sith Eternal team that's not built properly. Like, it's insane, but that's the truth, that there's power creep coming in with some of these new characters. They had to nerf Traya because she was destroying Lord Vader. So that's where I think Galactic Legends pose a problem. And I've thought this for a very long time, that I like them because I think they give players something to work for, which is something this game lacked, that there's clear direction beyond just some of those easy-to-get journey guide characters. That, you know, they give you a long-term goal in the game to work for, and I think that's really good, compared to something like these, where you can get a lot of these things in a short period of time. These take a lot longer. My problem is always going to be, how do you keep them ahead of everything else? Do you eventually just have to admit that Galactic Legends are not the best thing in the game? And I know Reva's here, guys. Again, we're not covering that. We're just assuming that Galactic Legends are still the pinnacle of everything in this game. That eventually, are they just not? Or do you need to continually update them to make them better? And I think that's where my sticking point is, that they need to really decide. And so far, they've done a good job of kind of sticking with the precedent that Galactic Legends are supposed to be the best at everything. And my fear is, going forward, how do you ensure that that's going to happen? Because I know just from experience, we as players do not like when new characters come into the game that aren't amazing. Right? I mean, let's be honest with that. When characters come into this game that aren't amazing, we don't like it. Like, you guys remember when Starkiller was released, everybody hated on Darth Talon. Everybody said Darth Talon was the worst character in that grouping between Mara Jade, Kyle Katarn, and Dash Rendar. That Darth Talon was the worst one. And now we're looking at it, and Darth Talon is one of the most, if not the most important one, because everybody was able to use her as soon as they got her. I mean, her and Mara Jade are the two that you can use right away, but Darth Talon even has more uses than Mara Jade, because Mara Jade kind of needs Emperor Palpatine to work. But Darth Talon works with any Sith team. So again, I'm just making the case that when she first came out, she wasn't this phenomenally good character, and now we've kind of come back and learned, wow, she actually was really good. And my point with the Galactic Legends, kind of circling back to it, is that if you're going to keep releasing characters that can challenge the Galactic Legends, how do you keep them ahead of that curve? Do they need lifter units? Do they need this, that, whatever? Again, that's my fear, is just how do we ensure that they either stay at the top or do they eventually need to drop down? So that's the FAQ, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed these topics. Again, I'm trying to give you guys things that I see that I think are not only just good, but also a little bit thought-provoking, right? I'd love to hear what you guys think, especially on the Galactic Legends thing. I'm very curious to see how you guys truly feel about Galactic Legends. Not just that they're fun to play with, but do you think they're healthy for the game? Because I think there's a balance that lately has been that for a while was a little bit too Galactic Legend heavy, and now it's kind of a little bit that, all right, Datacron's kind of taking precedence over those Galactic Legends. So I'm curious to see how you guys think they're playing a role in this game. As always, like and subscribe, leave comments. I love all of you. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.